or your business, like you literally always have to be glued to your phone. So let's talk about it. Like we need to talk about this because wow, right? Okay, so first of all, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here today. I'm so excited for today. Happy Monday for all of you. I hope you're having an amazing Monday already. An amazing week. Let me know where you're joining from. As soon as you jump in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those who are new to my channel, if you don't, if you're new, of course, you might not know me, but my name is Miriam. I am a single mom who lives with multiple disabilities, and I just had to find a different way, simpler way to generate online income. And that's when I actually, found this blueprint. I no longer continue to work a traditional 9 to 5. And so it became very, very challenging for me to generate income. And, I was struggling financially. So, I went out there and I looked for something because I knew that I needed something that I could do from home that didn't require a lot of time and that was automated. So that's what I was looking for. And then I found this blueprint. So that's a little bit about my story. Thank you again for being here with me today. And again, let's talk about, are you tired of, being consumed by your job, the life of your job or the life of your business? You're glued 24/7 to your phone and there's just not enough time to do anything with the family, right? That's always the struggle, always working, always on the run, like just rushing from here to there and just stressing out about financially and not having enough time to do things. We're always in that rush. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys today about. So let's just it's more than just okay, we don't have money or we don't have the time. It's more than that. Hi, welcome, let me know where you're joining from. So it's more than that. It's more than just, oh my god, I'm stressing out about money and I'm stressing about time. It's more than that. It's really about you can't sleep at night. Hi, welcome, welcome, let me know where you're joining from. You can't sleep at night literally because you're wondering like, oh my god, I've been working and I'm so stressed out and I'm so tired. Hi, welcome. Candace, hi. um, and I'm so stressed out and I can't sleep. It's like, the type of moments. Hi, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. The type of moments when you're really like just in bed, just like, okay, something has to change. Like, what am I going to do? Hi, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Hi, Ander. Hello, hello. And so you're literally just wondering what's it gonna be like, what is it that you have to do to make changes, you know what I mean? Because you can't sleep, you're concerned about money, concerned about, never having enough time with your children, always rushing from one place to another. Most people who have a full-time job actually have, I mean, you spend more time than just the 40 hours a week trying to get from home to work and then getting from work home. So that is already more than 40 hours. You might spend from 40 to 50, 55 hours, depending on how many things you have to handle before you actually make it to work. And that creates stress. That's like you're already exhausted. You really don't want to have time to do anything else other than just hopefully get home and be able to sit down and rest for a moment, right? So, another thing, like because of the exhaustion, you know what I mean? You're just like already tired and wondering, like, okay, what am I gonna do? Is this really gonna be my life? Like, am I gonna have to continue to live this way where I'm always in a rush, always, without money, always without time? Like, how can I make changes for myself or, in my life so that I can actually have a better life for my children? How am I going to be able to do that, right? That's what we concern ourselves about. Those are the type of thoughts that keep us awake at night, where we're just like, this is a lot and we need to find a way to actually change this, right? And that's what consumes our mind at night when we're trying to go to sleep and have some rest before we have to do it all over again the next day. um, and with me, that's what I was going through, on top of the fact that I couldn't even continue a job, right? So that was very, very stressful for me. So I had to again find a way that I could actually generate online income. That's basically what I was looking for. I was looking for something that I could just kind of set. I didn't really have the idea of exactly what I needed. I was like, it just has to be automated. It kind of has to run in the background. So when I don't have time or I'm not feeling good, that it takes over for me and I don't have to be stressed out about it. So that's sort of like what I was looking for. And that's what I found with this blueprint. Basically, the fact that I can actually work just 2 hours a day and have my automated system in the background doing all the follow-up for me. I mean, it was genius when I first heard about it. And now that's what I do. So I don't have to be concerned with having to, rush in the morning to in traffic, or having to, drop off the kids and then having to rush to work, and whatever, is going to be waiting for me at work, and, the stress of my illness, and everything else. So that has alleviated a lot of that stress for me, where I really just can work from home, take time if I'm not feeling well, that I can, sit down and rest without having to worry, oh my God, like if I needed to clock out, are they gonna, write me up or fire me? Like that was always a stressful thing for me, and in the back of my head, because of having to, figure out, like, am I going to show up to work? Am I going to be healthy enough? Like that was just too much. And again, I just needed something that was simpler to manage during the day, and that again, that was automated, so that I could have the help that I needed when I needed it. And that's what I'm actually here for you guys today, because the first time when I actually heard about this blueprint, it was through a post. And I reached out to the gentleman that had made the post, and I asked him for the information. And he said, like, sure, we're actually going to be having a webinar. So if you want to come in and check it out, so that you can see everything that you need to know, like all your questions, so that basically all your questions can be answered, in the webinar. I was like, oh, sure, like that's a good idea. So he sent me the link, and I attended the webinar. And that's where I really understood, like, oh, okay, because when they were telling me, like, okay, this is, you only have to work 2 hours a day, to me was like, how on earth can I make full-time income if I'm only going to be working 2 hours a day? And that was the part that I was like, okay, that's a little bit like, I need to see this on my own, like I really need to check it out myself, because it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't compete, like com compute in my head. See, that's the brain fog. um anyway, so I was like, okay, I need to see this, right? And so I actually, attended the webinar, and that's where they explain, like, the income producing activities that you have to do during the day in order for you to have, to attract people to your offer. So we basically learn a digital marketing skills and attraction marketing skills, so that we don't have to be DMing strangers, or friend requested strangers, having to bother friends or family, or call message, none of that. Which again, that was great for me, because I was like, I didn't want to have to be glued to my phone 24/7. That's one of the things, like if you want to have a business and something that can run itself in the background, because you can't be glued to your phone 24/7. So that was important for me. And that's why, again, I'm here today to invite you guys to our next free webinar. So I'm so excited. And so basically, the name of the webinar is How to Build an Profitable Online Business Without Sacrificing Your Time, your family, or your freedom. So that's what we're going to be talking about on the webinar. And let's just say, what if you could build a profitable online business without sacrificing your time, your family, or your freedom? So not working all day, not glued to your phone, and not constantly feeling behind, right? It's something you just set up the one time. It's the automated system. You set up the one time, and it works for you in the background. So even if that day you didn't have the chance to even post or to go live, that your system is anyway in the background. And because you already created content, your content's also working out there in the background. So like if anyone sees your post, they'll be like, oh, okay, let me check this out. So they go onto your website and the automated system does the rest for you. That's what I love about this. So we're hosting the webinar. Again, how to build profitable online business without sacrificing your time, your family, or your freedom, right? That's what, because we are looking for both things, right? To be able to have time freedom, but also financial freedom where you can actually be able to do things with the time that you have, right? So that's what we're looking for. And so, what you're going to be learning inside are the simple system to grow your online income without hustle. So, again, it's something that you don't have to be glued to your phone 24/7. It's something that works for you in the background when you live your life, right? Then how to build your audience and email list the smart way. Okay, so again, you'll learn all those details on this webinar, how what actually matters and what to stop wasting time on. This is something that we want you to be up and running, soon, and we want you to just be able to go and get it done. Like 2 focus hours a day, you work, and the rest of the day, your automated system is gonna work for you. We don't want you to be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Who should I? None of that. The details of exactly what you need to do in those 2 hours a day, we're gonna let you guys know on the webinar. And finally, how to structure your business around your life. So how we have, had many people who actually still have a full-time job and still run this on the side because they're able to break that down, the 2 hours, maybe an hour before work, or use your lunch time to do half an hour of work and then another half an hour later, or however it fits your time. This is about like simple. This actual product, the Legacy Builders program, was built by a mom who was busy, who was like, she didn't have time to do any extra activity. She has 6 kids and 5 grandchildren. She did not have the time to, be glued to her phone 24/7. And that's why she made this program for moms like us that we're busy. We don't want to have to learn an extra thing and go extremely out of our way to learn extra things to run a business. It's the thought, the wish is to have something that we could just plug in and have it, run on its own. And that's what this is. You learn how to, do those 2 income producing activities during the day, but you only have to set up the system the one time. That's the only thing that you have to do at the beginning, because you have to set up the business so that you could have people email you if they need to email you, and the newsletters and everything that comes, in the background of the system. So you'll learn how to do that, and then to attach or to connect your bank account so that you could get deposited on your bank account. So that's basically what the one-time setup is, and what you need to do it for. And then you just do the 2 income producing activities during the day, and that's pretty much all you need to do. You don't have to be messaging people, bothering people, building teams, none of that. This is simple. Like, matter of fact, like our mentor who created this program, what used to be in a network marketing company, and she used to, my God, be glued to her phone 24/7 is basically what she used to do, because she wanted to have that good income, and she, one time they had a meeting, and her income like went down like $2,000 or something like that in this same call. She thought it was gonna be a great call, and then ended up saying that they gave too much commission out or something like that, and they had to cut the commissions for a while, or I don't know, something that ridiculous, right? And she's like, all the time that I'm spending is not gonna equal, the math is not gonna work anymore for me. So that's why she was looking for something else. And that's when she made this program, and she made this program with that in mind, that she did not want to continue to trade her hours for dollars or be glued to her phone 24/7, because she wanted to have a life with her family. You know what I mean? Like she just wanted to be present, not just be like, oh, 1 second, son, like, or daughter, or like, one second, baby, like, I just let me answer this message, or let me do this, or you know what I mean? Like she didn't want to have that life to be able to generate an income, and that's why she created this program. So she's going to be doing the webinar tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, I'm sorry. The details are going to be on my website. For It's not tomorrow, sorry, it's Wednesday. So for the details for for the webinar, all you need to do is go to miriamsdailypay.com. It's up here. It's also on the description if you need to get the information for the webinar. All you need to do is visit the link, or go to my website, miriamsdailypay.com. That's where you get the details for the webinar. And if you do have any questions, meanwhile, feel free to email me. If not, basically just visit miriamsdailypay.com so that I can send you the Zoom link, and so that I can see you there. And that was pretty much it. All I needed to share with you guys today. But thank you so much for joining. I hope this was helpful for you, and hope to see you on the webinar. Thank you so much. Good night.